and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue our work along process on Witch-hazel, my lovely little Forestcore island. I still really love these sunken areas in front of my inn, and I love the walkway to get to it. It's very refreshing to open up the game and, you start out and you're at the inn, and it has a nice little place instead of, on the beach. But yeah, this time we are going to do something a little bit different. Instead of having a lot of, or instead of having one specific area we're going to work on, we're actually going to do 3 little filler spots. Because I noticed that I have quite a few little spots on my island that there's not enough room in them to make them, their own build, but I don't want to just, fill them up with forest items and call it a day, right? So we're going to go ahead and work on doing all of these as a different kind of build, and it'll be a nice little filler. I know a lot of people struggle with figuring out what to do with those really small spaces, and I personally also struggle. I struggle a lot with some of those little spaces too. So this was not necessarily a big challenge, but I thought it would be, really rewarding to do a couple little filler spaces like this. So yeah, that was a lot of talking and a lot of rambling for me to essentially say that we're just gonna work on a couple of little spots today, which is this first one is, as you can already tell because I've talked through 90% of it so far, is a tiny little clothes washing station. I figured since the inn is pretty close, they're gonna have a lot of laundry to do there, because no one likes to wash their clothes on vacation, right? So we're going to go ahead and do a little laundry spot right by the inn, and that'll be this first little filler area, just a tiny little slice of life style area that is easily accessible, which is why I'm moving this bucket around 20 million times to figure out where it can go without, doing a half space shuffle in there. But that's what this area is going to be, as much of a slice of life area as I can get it around to be. So I will quit yapping and I will let you guys enjoy the rest of this tiny little build. There it is, all finalized and completed, and I think it turned out spectacular. It's a really tiny little space filler, and it really does that job very well. and we're gonna move on to the next one. So this time, we're gonna have a little bit of a transition, I guess. It's not really a transition area, but it is kind of, you know, just a space filler in by the apple orchard. I want this area to be a little bike rental style place because I've had this bike rental code in my QR list since forever, and I haven't used it yet. So we're going to do a tiny little filler zone with that. And it turns out really cute. It also, like, you know, I've placed a lot of these bikes on the island, and this kind of reinforces, I guess, that decor. It really adds a touch of like, oh, well, this is where all the bikes come from, or, well, okay, this is where the villagers keep those bikes for the tourists that come to check out the area, that sort of thing. But yeah, so we're gonna do a tiny little bike area, and that'll be this secondary space filler. I don't know why all these bikes gave me this much trouble, but I did them in a very strange order. So we're gonna put them down, making sure that, you know, the different colors are grouped together. So we have the green, white, black, and then green again at the end by itself. Just, you know, in terms of like design, it's going to pop a little bit more when you have those different colors placed together. Now I could have done green, white, green, and then had the white again at the end, but I liked the idea of having all of those disparate colors. So yeah. This is the tiny little bike area. It turned out super, super cute, I think. I very much enjoy I don't know, it makes the path seem very natural because it opens up the orchard in a way around resident services. So yeah, then we're going to move on to this last filler, which is up by resident services again. This is right next to my entrance, so it'll be one of the first things that, you know, if you're coming on for a visit, you'll be able to see it in one of the first areas. But it's just going to be a little barn with some geese. I love the idea of having, you know, like a farm style village is not really complete without having a little chicken coop, right? So this is going to be a nice little hen house, except it's not going to be hens, it's going to be geese, because I found another cute little standee code, yes, that had these cute little geese on it. So that is what I'm going to be using today for this little barn area. And it turns out really cute. I love doing like little fake buildings. I knew I would not have the opportunity to do as many on this island theme as I did on Glen Hollow, but I really kind of missed making these little illusion buildings. So I'm taking the opportunity now to redo it. And these are the little geese. I think they're so cute. We're gonna go ahead, put down the non-geese barn and then the actual geese barn, and we'll let it finish up from there. All right, there it is, a final little goose barn. I thought the rat and towel basket making a little like egg pickup thing was super cute, so that's why I included it there. And then the egg custom code, of course, was adorable, and I had to use it as well. But yeah, those are 3 structured little fill areas. I hope that was nice. I hope that was inspiring to you guys. I hope you got some, ideas pumping for little filler areas on your own islands. All right. Bye-bye!